having a means to get acquainted with your constituent. The other day we were talking about some use cases, right, on the next best action, saying it's interesting to see that like if we are lacking a specific piece of information, we could trigger a survey. And I am a testimony of the enhancements on the UI that we have currently on the constituent record with all those taggings. So have a prompt display of how engaged that constituent is with your cause, how aligned they are with your mission. I think that it's key for cultivating that relationship. So again, I think that this ties back to the know your constituent process the way that I call it. One thing that I believe that it's worth mentioning here is that I realized how important it is to have that engagement scoring insight. Working with nonprofit orgs, I also learned one term here, which is called RFM. It stands for recency, frequency, and monetary. So the combination of how recent your constituent has been participating and has been engaged, the frequency that they do that, and their monetary contribution that counts towards this engagement scoring. And having that information, this gives you a lot in terms of knowing your constituent, and that is key to managing this donor relationship.
And I think the more personal, the better, as always. And so like a national nonprofit like us, we have field staff that they're the ones who have the actual individual relationships with those donors, with those constituents. And so helping them to be able to put data into a central place to where that data is shared across the organization, to where anybody who engaged with that person knows what we all know, we share that knowledge. And then helping them to access data to where when they engage with that person on a one-on-one basis, they can pull very easily, oh, here's the 5 things about this person that we already know, so that you can go in informed, so you can go in personally and you can engage with that person as a person instead of starting from scratch every time.
Another example, Jacob, would be, and I like to mention that one because I really was very proud of that field that we brought in as for tagging the constituent as a rising star. So this is again about managing a relationship. When you see that tagging there, you know that contact is someone that has recently engaged but is highly engaged in terms of participating to events or donation-wise, email reading rate. So the rising star tagging is a small example of what I would call as a best practice for managing that relationship.